Hi guys, this is Alisa from Alisa's Transmuting Tarot Facebook page and from Alice's Wonders Facebook page. I hope you're doing great, guys. I'm sorry that I'm doing this video with delay. I hope you're still okay with this. This week I haven't managed to do this intuitive collective tarot reading for the upcoming week sooner, so I'm doing it with 1 day delay, but I hope you're fine. So let me open this quickly. As always, I just want to quickly warn you, beware of the scammers. If anybody approaches you in the comments below and tells you that you should buy from them some spells or some curses or anything else like this, please ignore these people and just move on and to concentrate on the content of the video. Now, let me look at my plan as always. Yes. So first of all, guys, I want to start with last week because, as you know, at the beginning I always quickly discuss how accurate the previous reading has been or was for me when it comes to last week. And you know that for me, these collective readings are usually very much collective. So for me, they're somewhat accurate and somewhat not. So usually I quickly tell you how it is for me or how it was for me and for people that I saw around me. This time I would rather say I can speak for myself. I'm not sure about others. Yeah, I was, to be honest, too busy to check in with other people. But so basically, last week we had Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, and Six of Swords. And I told you guys that I felt that Ace of Pentacles, I mean, obviously it represented some kind of opportunity, some kind of possibility. And I told you that either this possibility would come in the form of some person offering us something directly, or more in the form of the universe creating a certain situation which will give us a certain opportunity. Now, long story short, guys, I don't know how it's possible, but this time that tarot reading was 100% accurate for me. Like 100% accurate. It was actually surprising because, like I said, usually these readings are very general for me and they're like to some extent accurate. I'm talking about these collective readings, right? But this time it was like, to the dot, literally. So basically, I can tell you that last week, to be honest, it wasn't even that I got one opportunity. No, I got actually at least four different opportunities to use, And one of them was completely unexpected for me. Like I wasn't even, so there were, let's see, there were two that I was kind of preliminary discussing with somebody from like the previous week or basically from 2 weeks time. So I was like more or less preliminary aware of the possibilities. And then one of them I was also thinking like, I guess this opportunity should occur more or less at this time, but I wasn't sure. And then the fourth, the biggest opportunity was something that I completely did not expect. It just like came out of the blue and I wasn't prepared for it at all. To be honest, exactly the same as all my biggest opportunities. They usually like come out of the blue and I'm like, oh, really? Okay. Now, as with all opportunities, what you need to know, guys, there are really two things that we need to remember about opportunities. Thing number one is that we need to be able to recognize an opportunity when we see it. Because sometimes what happens is that the universe offers us, either directly or through some people, a certain opportunity, and we're like, no, I don't think this is the opportunity. No, it's probably just something, whatever. while in reality, it is exactly, the opportunity that we've been waiting for our whole life. So we need to really be able to kind of read between the lines, or, listen to our intuition, listen to our inner voice that tells us, I mean, not the inner voice that tells us, be afraid of everything. No, I mean the actual voice of our intuition, what tells us, trust the universe, listen to your, gut instinct and things like that. So, yeah, basically, when I was given this opportunity, I immediately felt that that was, the thing for me. But so one thing was, like I said, one thing is to remember is the ability to recognize an opportunity, which I was able to do immediately. But then the second thing is obviously choosing to take that opportunity or choosing not to take that opportunity, right? Because our life is really all about different choices. And so the truth was, generally, like when it comes to any type of opportunities, what you also need to remember is that opportunities are not gifts, so to say. I mean, they are kind of gifts, but they are more like seeds that are going to grow into actual gifts if you put effort and time and sometimes monetary investments into them. So, when you just get a present, let's say, or a gift, then you just get something. And this is really great and amazing, but it's more kind of fleeting usually. Not always, of course, but usually it's just like, yeah, okay, you got it. For example, let's say you got a new shirt as a gift. So you got it and you're like, oh, okay, that's amazing. And then you wore this shirt for a while, and then it wore out and you were like, okay, whatever, bye, But when you get an opportunity, it's not like everything is done for you. No. You get the possibility to create something, but it is you who is supposed to be putting effort and energy and time and money into this. So it kind of takes investment from you. So on the outside, opportunities may often look like somebody doesn't actually give you something, but like somebody actually takes something from you, because in the short term, you actually have to put more effort in. But in the long run, in the long term, this is where it pays off, because then it transforms into something amazing. And when we use such opportunities, usually they kind of stay forever with us, because well, forever, I mean, at least the skills that we learn in the process of building this opportunity into something, this is something that stays forever. So, yeah, opportunities are an interesting thing, let's say. And so, guys, by the way, do let me know. I'm extremely curious how it was for you. But I also watched some astrological prognosis, and I realized that perhaps I wasn't the only person who had an opportunity or opportunities last week. So do let me know how it was for you, and if you also got some opportunities, and if you acted on them or you got afraid. For me, so yes, when I was presented with this biggest opportunity, I was like, like I definitely know, so there was basically a struggle between my head and my heart. So my head was like, oh, are you kidding me? As always, the head is always afraid. And the heart was like, yes, this is exactly the opportunity for you. This is what you've been waiting for a long time. Like, act on it. And so I had this dilemma for a while. So there was like a little bit triggering emotional period of time for me. And then eventually I was able to transform this energy and overcome all of this anxiety and be like, okay, I'm taking the opportunity. So this is what I'm extremely excited about and very happy and proud of. Now, let me think. I also, by the way, kind of decided to sacrifice one of the other opportunities or like basically postpone it to a later time because I realized that I couldn't combine all of the opportunities at once. But I thought it's still manageable, like I can survive that. And what else? Um, and one other opportunity. um, I'm like 80% sure that I'm going to take it as well. 80 to 90 to 90% really. And if I do, guys, you're going to know about this because it will slightly change some things about these videos. I don't want to tell you yet what it is, but yeah, there's a certain opportunity that might slightly change some things here and hopefully for the better. So we'll test it out, I guess, if I take this opportunity and see. So this is how things are. So I'm kind of, like excited basically. And yeah, and also, but not just excited and hopeful, I would say, but also like getting ready to put the effort and energy in. So this is it. Now, guys, let me see. Oh, yes. I also want to quickly remind you that two planets are turning retrograde this month, so in May 2021. And some time ago, I told you that, so the first of those two planets is Saturn. And Saturn goes retrograde already this week. So on the 22nd, 23rd of May, 22nd, 23rd of May, 2021, which means it's like, I think, Saturday to Sunday, right? Let me look at the plan. Yeah, it's Saturday to Sunday this week. So chances are you already started feeling something when it comes to this planet, because usually when the planet is slowing down, we kind of start feeling it ahead of time, sometimes even 2 weeks before. So what I wanted to say about this. Yes, so last time, and I think 2 weeks ago, I mentioned that I wasn't sure, and I said, oh, I think Saturn goes retrograde for 2.5 months. So now I double checked, and I am sure, and I can tell you that no, it's not 2.5 months, it's 5 months, guys. And I mean 5. Saturn is going to be retrograde until basically October 2021. What can I say? Buckle up. I mean, it's not bad, of course. Basically, astrologists hate Saturn, I would say, or most of them. And they're usually, oh my God, Saturn always takes everything away. It kind of creates restrictions and limitations, and it narrows everything down, and it makes it smaller, and blah, blah, blah. Which is kind of true. But I had an epiphany yesterday or 2 days ago. I had this like crazy epiphany, and I realized that Saturn is actually like a planet of creating legacy, because yes, it is a planet that creates harsh conditions for you. So it creates restrictions, it creates limitations. Yes, it takes away the comfort and luxury and things like that. It's true. But the lessons it teaches you stay with you forever. And so it's kind of like your legacy, because after those lessons, you're able to progress further in life in a much faster and easier way because you already have the skill set. So it's like a very, like good and strict trainer. Saturn. But, like this training, it helps you in your life a lot. And whatever you acquire through Saturn, especially Saturn retrograde, it usually, yes, it is usually acquired through a lot of like resistance and a lot of effort and a lot of work put into it. But it it also kind of stays with you for a very long time. And so this is how you build exactly your legacy. This is how you build your empire. This is how you build your, you know, like house, so to say, metaphorically speaking or physically speaking. This is how you build something that is going to be stable and strong for years and years to come. And whatever wind comes, it's not gonna get shattered within seconds. No, it's gonna be able to withstand any turbulations and things like this. So actually, I think we need to be really grateful to Saturn for teaching us all of these things, though they might be a little bit challenging. Okay, so this is when it comes to Saturn going retrograde. And also, guys, very soon after that, so Saturn goes retrograde like on the 22nd, 23rd of May. And then on the, let me look, 26th of May, so basically like 3 days later, we have a lunar eclipse. Honestly, guys, I can already tell you now, like already more or less like starting now, try not to take the biggest decisions of your life, or try not to do any drastic moves, let's say. Especially, you know, things like getting a divorce or getting married. I mean, unless you're like 1000 billion% sure, or something else like this, because especially because we have eclipses. If we do something, even if we do something on a full moon, just a regular full moon, these things are usually very difficult to change. But if we do something on any type of eclipse, like a solar or a lunar eclipse, doesn't matter, this is where things get difficult. Because then if you want to change your mind, for example, let's say you decided to get married and on during any type of eclipse, and then later on you decided that you want to get a divorce, it's gonna be next to impossible to do this divorce, to take this divorce. Or I mean, not really impossible, but it would take a very long time. There would be obstacles. It would be just very difficult. So right now, I really recommend you not to change your life drastically, not to change some huge major decisions, at least during this period of eclipses. And we do have these two eclipses really happening. So the lunar eclipse happening on the 26th of May, and the solar eclipse happening around, I think, 10th of June 2021. So during this period, I honestly do not recommend you doing anything. I mean, okay, that sounded wrong. It's not that you shouldn't do anything, but let's say don't take any major decisions, don't change your life drastically, don't make huge sudden purchases on a whim, you know, things like that. Just be mindful. Okay. So I think I prepared you. I hope I didn't scare you. I'm just, you know, my intention is just to let you know, just to make you aware of these things, so that you are able to navigate in life easier and in a more comfortable and harmonious way. All right, guys, we're looking at the energy of the upcoming week now. So I'm doing this video, like I said, one day later. So that means that I'm looking at the energy of basically 6 days between Wednesday, the 19th of May, until the next Monday, 24th of May, 2021. Okay. So energy for the collective. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Okay, guys. As always, first I look at the back of the deck energy, and this is the Five of Swords. Five of Swords, this is the energy that we're experiencing right now, like at this moment. And it means that as a collective right now, the majority of people, let's say, are experiencing some kind of inner conflict. It can also be emotions after a quarrel with somebody. I mean, like an actual physical quarrel, but with an actual 3D person. But to be honest, I feel it more as an inner conflict. So we could be conflicted, as in like, should I do this or should I do that, or should I take that opportunity or not, or so the right now the energy is still a little bit like unsure, unstable. Yeah, there is some kind of inner conflict, but worry not. So we have the Three of Cups, we have the Fool, which is Major Arcana card, and there is Three of Swords. All right. Three of Cups. This is the energy of a celebration, meeting with your friends, spending really great time, or also, meeting new friends, for example, or making new friends. I feel for this particular reading that it might have a lot to do with the actual situation in the world right now, because at least in Poland, I don't know about you guys, but at least in Poland, we finally have the possibility to stop wearing masks when we're outside, and we only have to wear the masks when we're inside, like in shops or basically in crowded places. And so I feel that since the weather is getting better and there is this possibility not to wear masks when we're outside, we might decide to meet with somebody, with our friends, and just celebrate the springtime and sun and just the ability to see other people in real life and not just virtually all the time, sitting in front of our laptops the whole day. So I can see this some kind of a celebration and spending really great time with our friends and loved ones. Just this emotional happiness and celebration. Yeah, honestly, guys, I totally see some people partying. Well, I mean, partying to the extent that it is possible to party, but I do see some kind of like friends gatherings and partying as much as it's possible at the moment. So then we have the Fool. Like I said, it's a Major Arcana card, which means that the probability that this part is going to be accurate for the majority of us is very, very high. It's very likely that it's going to happen. Now, the Fool is the energy of starting something new, completely new, and not knowing exactly what is waiting for us on the other side. As you can see here, this man is actually walking into the abyss. There is like nothing there. He's just walking into nothingness. So you could say, is he an idiot? What is he doing? No, he's not an idiot. It's just that he's taking a leap of faith. He trusts the universe. This is the wisdom of this card. So that's why this card also can, indicate us taking a risk. Taking a risk and actually taking this leap of faith and taking action on something that we probably were afraid to do in the past. So it might be connected with the opportunity that you got last week. So perhaps you're going to take it. I think probably this is what it would mean for me, although it could mean anything else, of course. This could mean also, let me see. Yeah, I just feel like we're taking some like bold action forward in our lives. So it feels like whatever we've been afraid to do in the past, or we've been afraid to do so far, now we decide that regardless, we're still taking the step forward. And then we have Three of Swords, which to me shows very clearly that we're still going to be afraid. So there is definitely this energy of fear, absolutely. But as you know, the truth is that we do not need to stop feeling fear in order to take a step forward. Absolutely not. We can be taking this leap of faith and feeling fear at the same time and still walking forward, because this is the only way we can progress in life, and this is the only way that we can advance and just grow in life, really. So theoretically, this card can also indicate heartbreak. So there could be a situation where we take the leap of faith, and then we are kind of disappointed a little bit to some extent when it comes to this thing. But I feel like, disappointed perhaps just because we had kind of higher expectations, or because we had like some unrealistic expectations, I would even say. So it doesn't feel to me that something bad is going to happen, really. It just feels like either some of our unrealistic expectations going to be crushed, or we're going to still feel really scared. So let me put this all together. I'm thinking if these are connected. Basically, the way I see it, it might be that this, for example, represents a celebration because of the decision, because of your decision, because you decided to celebrate your decision of, for example, taking some kind of opportunity. And you're like, yes, amazing, super cool, it's gonna be easy, and it's gonna be great, and it's gonna be perfect, no problems with anything whatsoever. And then we take this leap of faith, and then we're like, uh-oh. So it turns out we actually do need to put effort into it. We actually do need to work. It's actually more difficult than we initially thought. That's not super great. So this is something, this is like one of the scenarios. Another possibility is these also could be not connected, of course, right? So for example, you just meet with your friends at the, let's say, beginning of the week, and you spend super great time, and then you decide to take some risk on some situation, on a separate situation, and then you get really scared at some point, and you're like, oh my god, it's more difficult than I expected, or something like this. Or maybe you meet a group of friends, and you meet like a guy or a girl, like who could be your romantic partner, let's say, who you like, and then you also decide to try and kind of open up to them, and then let's say you get either disappointed or scared of something. But again, to me, to be honest, this card, I strongly feel like it's not gonna be this disappointment or fear because we took the wrong step. I don't feel that way. I feel like the leap of faith that we're taking here is actually a correct step. So I still feel that it makes sense to take this leap of faith. I just feel like some of our expectations might be unrealistic, or some things might not go exactly according to our plan, which might be a little bit like crushing to our ego and our perfectionism. But I mean, this is what we do in this life. We learn how to overcome such challenges, or how to work with our ego and how to work with our perfectionism. Okay, let me see once again. Yeah, guys, I would say this is pretty much it. Do let me know how it goes for you. And now I quickly take also, so this time I have this basket, and I have these pieces of paper with different banknotes, fake banknotes, of course, which have different channeled messages written on them. So I'm going to look at the energy of this upcoming week in terms of our finances, because I felt like we haven't looked at that for a while, right? So why don't we look at our financial situation and see how it goes. All right, for the collective, for the upcoming week between Wednesday the 19th, Monday the 24th of May 2021. Okay, guys, I like that. I mean, do you see that? So this is 200 Polish zloty, which is, I think, one of the highest banknote that there is. And the message here, the channeled message, is this. Listen to this, guys. You've achieved full financial freedom and are thinking now about what you can do for the humanity. Do something that your heart desires. Both you and the world will benefit greatly from that. Perhaps you can teach spirituality. And I do remember we already had this, this message some time ago. So I would say this is actually pretty profound. Let me read it again quickly. So, you've achieved full financial freedom and are thinking now about what you can do for the humanity. Do something that your heart desires. Both you and the world will benefit greatly from that. Perhaps you can teach spirituality. So guys, do think about what you can do for the world, how you can do something for others. As always, you know, helping each other is a really great thing to do. Okay, this is it, guys. Thank you so much. Remember that if you're interested in a personal intuitive tarot reading with me, if you feel that you kind of resonate with me energetically, if you feel like, yes, this is the person for me, take action and contact me via Alisa's Transmuting Tarot Facebook page. And if you feel that you need a coaching session and perhaps a THETA healing session, or the two of them combined, so a coaching session and a THETA healing session together, you can also absolutely contact me via Alisa's Transmuting Tarot Facebook page. And if you're interested in a beautiful gemstone jewelry like this one, I call it energetic gemstone jewelry because I make it intuitively, specifically for each person, and then I load it with positive energy, specifically, again, for your unique energy. Then you can contact me via Alice's Wonders Facebook page. All the links are in the description to the video, so you can absolutely check these there. And I see you next time, guys. I also go back to doing my About Tarot series. If you're curious, you can check this information on Alisa's Transmuting Tarot Facebook page. And yeah, have a great day, have a great week, guys, and see you next time. Bye, guys.